Good evening, and how are we all today? I know you'd be very happy to see me again. Um, right, for those of you who recall, for the ones that are following this thread, I made a complaint about the Marston's bailiff who stuck his foot in my door, basically, and who also denied he was a public servant. Well, actually, Mr. Vans of Marston's, who's some sort of complaint answerer, denied he was a public servant. And that was the letter I read out and said, right, is he lying and what's he lying about, basically. Thank you very much to, I forget your name, mate, sorry, but thank you very much to the contributor on my channel who has pointed me in the direction of some very handy, lawful advice indeed. So I'm about to read my reply to Mr. Vans. Thank you for your letter, blah, 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 blah. Firstly, since you said I am unable to confirm any details regarding our insurance policy or provider, then I'll assume you do not in fact have any prisoner carrier insurance. Now this is something that's been reported to the police, but obviously they'll not do anything because they're too busy protecting the bent bailiff mates. However, always assume from this point forward that these people do not have prisoner carrier insurance, because until I see the proof, I won't believe it. As regards to your officers not being public servants, I'm afraid the following legislation applies. Section 6, Human Rights Act 1998 makes it unlawful for a public authority to act in a way that is incompatible under the European Convention on Human Rights. A public authority, or public servant, is defined under the meaning of this Act as a court, tribunal, any person whose functions are of a public nature. As the Lord Chancellor at the time said, and this was about 1998-99, a private security company would be exercising public functions in relation to the management of a contracted out prison, but would be acting privately when, for example, guarding commercial premises. So Marston's, Newlands, Rosendale's, whoever you care to mention, if they're acting for the council, the police, the public fucking highways, they are classed as public servants under human rights law. Okay. So get ready for that lie, and you can set them straight on that. Section 6, Human Rights Act. As regards your arrest warrant, it now transpires that the court order issued after the day had the wrong date of birth on it, which means the warrant is likely to have had the same error, which means it was in fact unlawful arrest and detainment. Now check these details, guys, if you can. I mean, the fucking wanker was holding it like 3 feet away from me, and these contact lenses are not good for reading. Do you know what I mean? I know it's not easy, but if you can, check these details, because any slightest fucking mistake and that's it, the whole fucking thing's out. So I shall be copying this letter far and wide, don't you worry, and don't be surprised when you receive court papers from me suing Marsden's for exactly that offence. I look forward to your reply. And I will be, I've got some stuff to get out of the way at the weekend. But I'm starting on that next week sometime. So I am going to sue them for false arrest and imprisonment. Maybe they'll get the Chief Constable to stand in court in their defence. Guys, hang a flag out, you know. Marsden's council, police, whoever, just hang a flag out and say you're all in it fucking together, because you can't make it much more fucking obvious. I mean, those 3 videos on my channel, Illegal Arrest 1, 2 and 2.2, made you look like absolute fucking clowns. There's no doubt about that. I'm not saying that, I'm going on the comments I've received on the videos from other people. People I don't even know, so they would have no reason for supporting me in that way. You're just making the law up as you go along, guys. It's just not fucking on, basically. Any old fucking law suits you. and you'll just break any law to enforce the law to suit yourself. It's Fourth Reich stuff. Really. I can't say it any clearer than that. Am I speaking English? Anyway, the point of that one was, remember, they are public servants if they're acting, especially for councils. They are public servants. And you can quote that back to them now. Thanks for watching.